Viva Fan Elvis! Viva Fan Elvis! Viva Fan Elvis! Viva Fan Elvis! It's a work in progress. Well, it's been a gut-wrenching and trying week for all of us, I'm sure. I'll make sense of it next. Cards take 2 out of 3 from the Astros in what was the homecoming of Fat Elvis himself, Lance Berkman. On Tuesday night, the Cardinals lost 6-5, and in typical fashion, we blew the lead, not once, but twice. And the thing of it is, we actually got to Bud Norris. Daniel Descalso, who was actually playing second base for this one, triples in 2, and we're up 3-0 in the 4th inning. Descalso would actually go 3 for 4 with 2 doubles and a triple. Not a bad night at all, I'd say. But they do blow this lead. Jaime Garcia gets into trouble, loads the bases in the 6th, then gives up a hit to Brett Wallace to bring the Astros to within a run. Miguel Batista comes in and Chris Johnson singles in a couple more runs, and it's now a 4-3 game. One of Descalso's doubles came in the 8th inning, which scored Yadier Molina, and we're now tied up at 4. Might have gotten some more runs out of this, but La Russa decides to pinch hit for Tyler Green with 2 out, bringing in Albert Pujols. Reaction? Keep in mind, Pujols wasn't in the lineup after sustaining a sore hamstring during Sunday night's game, where he tried to run out a ground ball. Why is this bad? First base is open, there's 2 out, and Colby Rasmus is coming up, already 0 for 4. What would you do in this situation if you were the Astros? And that's exactly what they did. They intentionally walk Albert, and Rasmus pops up to end the inning. Bottom half, Molina guns down Jason Bourgeois, who kind of falls asleep at first. The replay proves that he was actually safe, but hey, we'll take the out. And it kind of sort of kills the rally. And that leads to the 9th inning. Back-to-back doubles by Matt Holliday and Lance Berkman give us the 5-4 lead. Speaking of Berkman, it was his first time playing in Houston since he got traded last summer. The fans, they gave him a huge standing ovation at his first at-bat, then practically booed him the rest of the night. Even his own fan club, the Little Pumas, got back together to show their support. Bottom of the 9th, Mitchell Boggs comes in to try to close out the game. Instead, a hit, pass ball, fielding error, and a wild pitch. The game's pretty much blown. And after this, Boggs, he loads up the bases with only 1 out. Could have gotten out of the inning without any more damage, but the infield was in too deep. Nick Punto was way out of position at shortstop, and a normal routine grounder by Bill Hall ends up in left field, scoring the winning run. With another heart-stopping game on Wednesday, the Cardinals actually pull this one out, winning 6-5. And we all know 6 is a serious number. But for some reason, the on-the-run up the street from me looks at me like I'm nuts when I try to get a 25-cent fountain drink. Anyhow, things are moving right along. Kyle Loesch is in his groove, shutting down the Astros as quickly as possible, getting run support with solo shots from Matt Holliday in the 4th and Tyler Green in the 5th. They scored 4 more runs in the 7th, off of hits by Punto, Pujols, Holliday, and Berkman. We're up 6-0. Kyle Loesch pitched 7 solid innings, giving up only 4 hits, striking out 2. So why in God's name do you pull him? After he's gone, the Astros get 3 runs because neither Ryan Franklin or Trevor Miller know how to pitch. Eventually, Fernando Salas gets us out of the inning, which brings us to the 9th. Enter Eduardo Sanchez. Things start out pretty well. He strikes out J.R. Tolles looking for the first out. However, Anglet singles to right. Then, it goes sour pretty quick. Jason Bourgeois triples after Holliday misplays a hit to left field. It's now 6-4. Michael Bourne then gets a fly ball to right. He's out, but Bourgeois scores. And what was once a 6-0 lead is now a 1-run game. However, there is 2 outs. Angel Sanchez doubles on a botched fly ball to Berkman, and we're now in big trouble. And at this point, when you're thinking the worst, after every other game the Cardinals have blown, Sanchez strikes out Hunter Pence. Crisis averted. Loesch gets his 4th win of the year, and Sanchez gets his first Major League save. Which brings us to last night. The Cardinals win a wild one, 11-7. Kyle McClellan, who actually improved his record tonight to 4-0, gets into a little bit of trouble early. He gives up a 2-run shot to Chris Johnson, and we're down 2-0 in the second. It becomes 3-0 in the third when Hunter Pence drives in Michael Bourne. Then the Cardinals get on the board in the 5th. Berkman doubles, and Gerald Laird drives him in. Lance Berkman would come up huge in this game. He goes 4 for 5, ultimately hitting the go-ahead 3-run homer to give the Cards the 5-4 lead. He had 5 RBIs and played a huge part in the Cards' 6th, where they brought 14 batters to the plate, scoring 9 runs, 10 hits, going through 3 pitchers, including a guy named Fernando Abad. I guess it was pretty much a bad night for the kid, huh? Don't worry, I'm not quitting my day job. You think a 10-4 lead would be suffice, right? Have you seen our bullpen? McClellan gets into trouble in the 6th. He loads the bases, but Jason Mott comes in, and although he gives up a run, he strikes out Pence to keep the damage to a minimum. Until Miguel Batista comes in. He does okay in the 7th, but the 8th, he gives up a couple runs to bring them to within 3. Trevor Miller is brought in, and on cue, he walks Brett Wallace. Finally, La Russa brings in Fernando Salas to get us out of this. Throws one pitch that gets away from Laird, but not too far. Pence tries to score, but Laird's right there to nail him at the plate. Berkman homers in the 2nd deck and right in the 9th. And even though Salas gives up a double in the walk in the bottom of the inning, he gets out unscathed, and the Cards win their 5th straight series. You don't think Lance Berkman had any impact on this team? He's now in the top 5 in the National League for batting average, home runs, and RBIs. Matt Holliday, another vital part of this offense. He goes 7 for 12 in the series, scoring 3 runs and driving in 5. And since his appendectomy, the Cardinals have been on a tear, going on a 12-5 stretch. What's even more impressive, the Cardinals as a team, their batting average is over 300. And that's good enough to hold on to first place, a game up on those wannabe Reds. As for the bullpen, I think it would probably be a good idea at this point if neither Ryan Franklin, Miguel Batista, nor Trevor Miller ever pitch again. That's just my opinion. By the way, did you notice those green hats the Astros wore on Tuesday night? Even though it was a couple of days late, I think it had something to do with Earth Day, and judging by the look of them, they were made from natural materials, kind of resembling a natural, biodegradable form of fertilizer, which makes you want to roll up the window when you drive by it, if you know what I mean. But what would you expect from a team that used to wear horizontal striped jerseys with many different shades of orange, red, and yellow, making them look like a bunch of popsicles? Which leads to my question of the day. What are the ugliest baseball uniforms you've ever seen? It can be from the present or the past. I just want your opinion on this one. Submit your answers, comments, questions, responses, or anything else in the comment box below. Subscribe on YouTube and follow me on Twitter. The Cardinals road trip continues to Atlanta this weekend to play the Braves and close out the month of April. Should be a good one, and I'll be back to explain it all afterwards. Talk to you guys soon. Till next time, go Cards!